Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video on this snowy day and whatnot. A man's presentation can pull a woman. Let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. Women will check out a man for months or weeks, days before he even sees her. A lot of times, see, dudes thinking when they approach a woman, they talk to a woman, that's when they see it. But there's been plenty of times with many men, the woman's been checking them out for a while. It could be on a college campus, it could be in a work environment, it could be, just walking around the neighborhood. Women checking out men just like men are checking out women, but they see everything. They see stuff from a distance. And see, during that time, they will ask about the man, find out about him, clock him, right? Had a very good friend, right? And she lived in this apartment building near this college campus, right? And she was where she could look out her window and see who's walking on the sidewalk. She checked out this dude for a few months walking on the sidewalk, and she clocked when he was going to be there. And then she conveniently, knowing when he was going to be there, got to a place where she was on the sidewalk at the same time. And of course, he approached her, right? And they had a pretty long relationship and everything. But, some people would think, oh, okay, he had that mouthpiece, he saw her. It's like, no, she put herself in a position. And knowing her like I do, she ain't gonna walk up to a dude. She did it, because you know how I know? She did the same thing with me. She knew about me and some women I dated like a year before I met her. And I just walked up on her and stuff. I'm thinking I'm doing something, and she was like cool, acting all calm. And then later on, I say a few months down the road, she said, well, yeah, I know you dated this person, and I used to see you around and stuff. I was like, damn. Understand something with women, man. You can go up and hit them with all this stuff, right? Yeah, I had to make sure it's snow out here. I got to make sure it's in the right low gear. You can hit them with all this stuff and think you're doing something, but they've already checked you out. They already know what you got. They probably already know your car. They know how you walk. If they can, they know something about you. If they know a little bit about you nowadays, shit, they already done Googled you. I remember I met this woman, I met her in the mall, but I had something to do, and I said, okay, why don't we meet at this diner later on? And all I did was give her my name, right? That's all I did. Met at the diner. She was like, so what are you, a nice guy or a player? She had my website up. I'm just like, wow. Now, y'all know I don't like turning my heat on. I'd rather y'all see my breath, but I got to make sure these windows stay defrosted. Y'all hear a little bit. Y'all just got to deal with it. Anyway, right? Okay, there we go. Anyway, right? Like, she already checked. See, a dude got to understand something with women, man. Okay, this dude driving like he crazy. You see this snow out here. I hate when motherfuckers are like that. And then they wonder why they crashing in the snow. It's snow, motherfucker. Don't pull up on me, man. I got about a bunch of shit in this motherfucker. Anyway, right? And dumbass motherfucker behind me made me lose my train of thought. Anyway, women are checking you out all the time. You think you doing something or you telling women something, but they looking at everything about you. They looking at your entire presentation. They looking at your clothes. Because really, when they check out your clothes, it ain't even so much about... It really ain't so much about the style. I mean, the style's important, but they trying to ascertain, all right, he wearing no shoes, how much money he make, all right, does he dress well, he look like he might be a manager or something, or like on how he walk or something like that, right? Like, I remember Like, that's a very important thing. Like, I remember years ago, I worked at this department store, right? And I knew this dude who could read people real well, right? This ain't a woman, but I'm just illustrating a point, right? This dude, he was just looking at some of my coworkers, right? He was just looking at some of my coworkers, and he was telling me all about them, right? And they weren't talking to him. Like, he knew the manager of the store without the manager, like, because the manager of the store was, he was this kind of smooth dude and whatnot, right? And he would go through it, and he didn't identify himself as the manager, but he said, yeah, that's your manager, right? And I was like, how you know? I said, look how he walking, how he wearing his clothes and everything, right? And that's a dude. That was a dude in sales, though, right? Many women, they practice from, like, childhood. They try to size you up. Some women are good at it, some are bad at it, and I know somebody will get on here and say, well, how they be getting Pookie and Ray Ray? Honestly, it ain't that Pookie and Ray Ray fooled them or told them a lie or anything. They just wanted Pookie and Ray Ray. It's really that simple. Everything else is a rationalization, but that could be another video, right? But a dude has to realize as soon as he step out the house, he don't know who checking him out, who looking at him, right? Okay, like this grocery store I'll go to sometime, right? I just met one of the workers there, right? And it was funny. I didn't think she paid any attention to me. But then I remember, after I met her, I'd say hi to her if I see her. And then I happened to walk out a different door than I usually did, right? Then when I came back second time, she said, no, you usually go out that door and, or you usually come through at this time and stuff. I'm like, damn, how you. But she had clocked me like that. You got to think about it. A lot of times, when I say women choose the men, they looking at everything about you. They looking at it before you say a word. And in fact, that's usually what they do. A woman's game is they check you out, decide, okay, I want to give him some. And I've seen that happen. I know that's happened. They'll see a guy, they like him. All right, I got to turn on these defrosters again. Excuse the noise. But, so they'll say, all right, but I don't want to look like a hoe or desperate, so I ain't going to just get in his face, and approach him. So they'll do stuff like, all right, they say, okay, I know he going to walk this way at a certain time. I'm just going to be in that position. I'm going to just happen to be at that door, or I'm going to be walking along this street, right? Like, I remember years ago, lived at this apartment building, right? There was this woman, young lady who lived in the building with me, right? And apparently she had been checking me out, because I remember we, get off the bus there, both coming from whatever jobs we had. And I noticed one day she got off the bus and walked real slow. And then act surprised when I approached and say, hey, how you doing? Seeing you around here and everything. And then later on, during afterplay, like, I think roughly a month later or something, right? She was like, oh yeah, always seeing you around and everything. Seriously. Some dudes, some dudes don't think women. See, one thing I found with a lot of dudes, they don't think a woman checking them out. A woman's slick as hell. Like, a woman could check you out. Like, one time I was in, I think I was in downtown DC or something. And I walked past a couple sisters, right? And it was at a weird angle. I looked at them, they ain't turned their heads anything, right? But I was someplace where I could see a mirror, and it was a reflection. I looked in that mirror, both of them were looking back. So you never know. So you know what, your presentation need to be on point if you're going to be out. Even if you got on sweats or something. Because you never know. You could be taking out the trash. I use that example in my book, Sexual Chemistry. You be taking out the trash and somebody looking. And you be like, and you never seen them and stuff. You shoot. Trust me. They look. So that always have like your nonverbal presentation on point. Try not to be out here as a bum. They ain't saying you gotta be like, taking out the trash or something, wearing like some high fashion or whatnot, or the latest gear or whatnot. But You know, just have a presentation. And really, that presentation ain't even just clothes and whatnot, right? That presentation is also how you walk. I've had several women say, Rom, I love your walk. I had a couple women tell me, you got a straight up sexy walk, right? Just walking. Because they looking at all that. They looking at all that stuff. That's half the battle right there. And then when you actually meet them, shoot, they receptive as hell. But see, a lot of guys thinking, oh, well, yeah, you know, I got them on this mouthpiece and all that. I said, man, she done already saw you and already planned out the 5 kids. You know? So, anyway, right? Get that presentation up and everything. Right? I'm going to go up here and get my workout on and stuff. Oh, that's another thing, too. I got people, shit, got women who clock me at the gym and shit. I remember I did something different one day. Or it was something, and a woman commented about it. I'm saying, damn, I didn't know you were looking at me like that. That ain't just matter. Like, yeah, you always do this, that, and it's like... But that's part of the game, though. That's part of the game. You know, because some dudes, you know, they try to turn it on for a woman and don't realize that woman already done seen that he got, like, a loser posture and stuff. They be trying to put on a mask and shit. I'm like, she already checked you out. Like, if you want to do some fucked up shit or act like a loser or anything, don't do that while you out. Do that in the privacy of your own home. Alright? Do that in the privacy. If you out, just walk around like you the shit. Because trust me, somebody's looking. Anyway, right? That's it for today. Get to this gym and whatnot. Get my workout on. Because I know somebody's looking. Oh, shit. Yeah, I had to look and whatnot. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Peace and blessings.